Whoever next on your next court date would be the judge that you get. So you were in front of Judge Oakley, and our next court date is on the 15th at 9:30 in front of Judge Martin.
July.
Good morning.
15th. What time? 8:30?
No, at 9:30.
Okay. So I will see you July 15th then.
I'll see you then, Mr. Drinkwine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks, Leanna.
No problem. I just knew his name and his face, so I figured I'd jump in. I didn't mean to step on your toes.
No, that was very fortuitous. Thanks. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. As soon as the judge is ready, we'll get going.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Thanks.
Are you the prosecutor this morning for the county? Very good. Mr. Scott Hall. Okay.
No Fred, no Carol, Elizabeth, and Alex walked in about 5 minutes ago. Yep. They're here? Yep. Okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, Your Honor.
My apologies for the delay. I was trying to track down some adjournment dates. Okay. Okay, Marianne, I don't see the jail. Is Mr. Range the only person here and ready?
Yes, ma'am. But
Thank
he
you,
has
ma'am.
Mr. Greenwood is his attorney.
So nobody's ready.
Right.
So running downstairs to get these dates, I'm rushing. I see the prosecutors. I'm like, oh no, run back upstairs. Okay. I think I need a checklist. The adjourn dates for the state, PCCs, light on, exam files. I feel like I'm forgetting something all the time. So Heather, for these time slots, how many people are you putting at each time interval? No, I'm talking about for PCCs. Oh, okay, thank you, ma'am. But I'll say that's patently untrue. Oh, good morning, Mr. Coward.
Morning, Your Honor.
This is 20D701479SM, State of Michigan versus Angelo Thomas Coward. Sir, would you state your full name for me, please?
Angelo Thomas Coward.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial, sir. It's alleged that on August 22nd, 2020, the Department of Natural Resources found you to be count one, violating the personal watercraft safety. You're operating without a boating safety certificate. Sir, this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $500 fine, and court costs. for the purposes of arraignment. Were you looking to proceed on your own, or were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney?
A court-appointed attorney.
Court-appointed attorney, okay. And I'll inquire of the prosecutor. There is an offer in the file from back in January 25th, 2021. Ms. Moore, do you know if that offer is still good?
Your Honor, I do not have the file. Would you let me know what that offer is?
It was double parking.
Yeah, I think we can, if that's an offer that was previously given, we can affirm that offer.
Okay, Mr. Coward, you'll see an invitation to join the breakout room. You'll meet with Leanna Belcher, who is the court-appointed attorney for the day. The offer is double parking in lieu of the misdemeanor.
Okay, we just go ahead and go with the offer. I do have the boat safety course. I did do it.
Sir, I'm sorry, Mr. Coward, did you want to speak to the court-appointed attorney?
I mean, if I could just take the double parking, I can go ahead and just do that. That way we ain't even gotta waste no time.
Here, sir, it's not a waste of time, it's your right. If you want to accept the offer without the court-appointed attorney, that's fine. If that's what you want to do.
I accept it. Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, actually, if I
Sir,
may
you
jump
wanna-
in here, Mr. Coward, did you say that you have completed that boater safety course?
Yes, I gotta get online and print it off. I did it online.
Then, Your Honor, if I may, I would encourage you, Mr. Coward, to speak with the court-appointed attorney. If you can show her verification that you have that, then I will dismiss with no offer at this time.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
gonna go-
Coward, join Ms. Belcher. Join Ms. Belcher in the breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you,
Good
Judge.
morning at the Wayne County Jail.
Good
Who do we
morning.
have?
In front of you, you have Sonia Moore, and we have a total of five more. Scott Hall,
Okay,
Jesse Stamper, William Tetters, Sergio Baloo, and Gary Hudson.
And Judge, if I could have a moment with Miss Moore in a breakout room, I would love that.
yes, ma'am.
And good morning, Judge Stephanie Farkas. I am handling Huddleston. And then I also am standing in for Tim Rather for my office on William Tetters and Jesse Stamper. Mr. Rather had a matter come up.
Understood. Yes, ma'am. Marianne will get Ms. Maishan and Ms. Moore into a breakout room.
There's some change.
And I saw somebody else hop on. Gentleman with the gray sweatshirt on, your name, please? You're on mute, sir. Nope.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Mr. Range,
Yes, Your Honor.
I wasn't trying to get your attention just yet. I appreciate you. I see you there. You're checked in already.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Marianne. Oh, yes, sir. With the gray long sleeve shirt on, you just popped back on. You're muted, sir.
Hello,
Thank you. Hi, your name, please.
Darren Rayleigh.
Judge, Mr. Rayleigh is my client as well.
Thank you. Did you need to speak to him?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, Ms. Maishan has the jail situated. Let's see if we, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, Judge. I just wanted to ask Ms. Farkas if she would be interested in me looking into a global resolution for Mr. Rayleigh.
I didn't know there was another case.
There's a misdemeanor and a felony.
Okay.
They're both up today.
What's the misdemeanor?
The DV.
Oh, I thought that was all on the same file.
No, there's a misdemeanor DV with the date of offense from 6/22 and felony home invasion first GBHDV from 6/16.
Oh, okay, so 2 incident dates.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From my understanding, I don't think Mr. Rayleigh would be interested in an offer based on my conversation, so.
Well, do you want me to call the case or do you all need to speak to each other in the breakout room?
Judge, I think at this point, we probably can just call both of those cases.
Thank you. This is 210525 SM and 210524 FY. These will both be State of Michigan versus Darren Glenn Rayleigh. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people. P83359, both matters.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227, appearing on behalf of Mr. Rayleigh, who's present via Zoom. Mr. Rayleigh, can you please state your name for the record?
Darren Rayleigh.
Today is the day and time set for pretrial in the state case and the state misdemeanor matter and PCC on the felony cases. What are we doing this morning in these matters?
Judge, I have yet to receive discovery on the felony matter, so I would just ask Ms. Fortier to provide that at her earliest convenience, but otherwise, Judge, we would ask the court set this for a preliminary examination hearing.
You want an exam date before discovery is complete?
Well, I know Ms. Fortier is actually really good at getting discovery to me.
Sorry, the issue is that I am at this point gone at any day, and there is video in the felony, so I would, because Mr. Rayleigh is out, I would ask for just
another PCC.
Yes, just to make sure you have everything, because I don't want the ball to get dropped if it switches over to a different prosecuting attorney.
1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Judge, I would ask for at least 2.
If
The
you ask for
21st.
2, I was gonna say, if you ask for 2, I'm gonna give you 3 for cushion.
That's good. 3, then let's get
The 20, I'm sorry, Judge, the 21st is actually a better day for me. I have a lot of stuff already scheduled on the 28th.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't mean your schedule doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's the 28th or the 21st. July 21st, 2021 at 9 a.m. And that will be with Judge Oakley.
Will that be another pretrial date for the misdemeanor as well, just to keep them together?
It will be. They'll travel together. I think that makes more sense. Anything else in these matters?
No, Judge, thank you.
Ms. Farkas, I would
Thank
just
you
note-
much.
Sorry. I
No,
would
go
just
ahead.
note, I don't believe that there's video on the misdemeanor.
I think the misdemeanor is going to have to be assigned separately to House Counsel.
Okay, I do know that sometimes you guys do them together, if it's the same defendant, same complaining witness. Or at least I've had that experience with Miss Young.
Yeah, unless it goes away when this case either gets bound over or gets dismissed, I can't continue to handle it.
Ms. Farkas?
Yes?
No, this ain't private, is it?
No, just
Yep,
don't
it's
say
not.
anything.
Not at all,
Really,
sir.
we can talk later.
Okay.
So are we splitting these cases now or what's going on?
Judge, I would prefer just so there's no issues, because my understanding is that the misdemeanor should be appointed separately.
Okay, so then can we put the misdemeanor on the 27th?
The misdemeanor would still be on the 21st, but it will be at 9:45.
Judge, would it still be on the 21st if it's getting split because would go to the DV docket? Or no?
I just received a note from the criminal clerk to keep the files together, and they'll address it on the 21st.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything
Judge.
else on behalf of the people?
I don't think so. I think I'm done.
Nothing from
Anything
the
else on
defense,
behalf
Judge.
of Mr. Rayleigh? Thank you. Mr. Rayleigh, we're all set. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Maishan, was that enough time with Ms. Moore?
It was indeed, Judge, and we're ready to schedule an in-person preliminary examination when the court has a moment.
This is 210536FY and 21RP 00318BOT for the felony case. Your appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724, no relation to the defendant.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this most honorable court, Kim Michon, Neighborhood Defender Services, P59167, on behalf of Ms. Moore, who is appearing via Zoom on the Wayne County Jail, and we consent to do so. We're going to ask, Your Honor, we do have paper discovery. We have no digital discovery. In my reading of the discovery, there may be some surveillance videos, and I'm not sure whether or not in the jurisdiction this came from, whether or not there is any body camera, but we would request that as well.
Your Honor, I was not yet aware of any digital discovery in this case. However, I will reach out to the officer in charge, Detective Mike Long, and see if any is available. If it is, I will promptly send it to defense counsel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Ms. Maishan, I heard you make a request for a preliminary examination.
Yes, ma'am.
Before I schedule that matter with this court, I want to disclose to you that I am married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He does not have any control or any impact on the day-to-day operations of the law enforcement agency in this matter, that being the Van Buren Township Department of Public Safety. But I just wanted to make you aware of that relationship.
Understood.
And are you looking for a live exam or a Zoom exam?
Live, please.
The next live exam date I have is September the 22nd, 2021 at 12:30 p.m.
You said September 22nd at what time? I apologize.
At 12:30.
That is fine. Just so the court is aware, this is Mr. Kanucky's case. He has the audacity to take his first vacation in over a year. We have sent the discovery to the young lady. We would also ask Your Honor to send this matter to pretrial services for the review of the bond, so the court will be thoroughly prepared to argue that bond on the 22nd.
I'll make a notation in the file. And Ms. Maishan, the defendant also, I'm sorry, was there anything else in this matter, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Maishan?
No, Your Honor, not on this case.
There is another outstanding matter, the 21RP00318B. This is a driving while license suspended from January 23rd, 2021. The matter is up for arraignment and pretrial today.
And of course, my office is not going to be handling that. I'm sure the young lady would like counsel though, Judge.
I mean, what I can do at this time is just enter a adverse FAMU and schedule it for a pretrial unless, I mean, I don't know that it makes any sense to send her in to since she's already in custody on another matter. I don't know that anything else makes sense. That matter could be scheduled for pretrial on August the 23rd, 2021 at 11:30 a.m. and that would be with Al Henman. The bond would be $3,000 personal. There had previously been a warrant in the case, but that warrant will be canceled. Ms. Moore has other matters outstanding with the court. She has some civil infractions that she owes a total of $2,217. those matters can be addressed once she's released. And I think that you said there was nothing else as to the felony case, Ms. Maishan?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're all set with Ms. Moore. Ms. Moore, you have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have at Division 1? Oh. Gentleman in jail in custody? Yes, sir. Your name? You're muted. At Wayne County Jail?
Your Honor, you have William Tedder.
Mr. Tetters. Ms. Farkas?
Judge, may I go in a breakout room with him?
And on the
Yes,
other
ma'am.
you have Jesse Stanford.
I'll also need a breakout with him too.
Thank you. Mr. Tetters is going to go into the breakout room. Okay. Is there anything else ready?
Your Honor, I'm here on John Short. It's just a motion for an adjournment, and we are ready on that.
This is 195231FD, State of Michigan versus John Lee Short Jr. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Natalie Phelps, P number 83355, appearing on behalf of Mr. John Short, who is also present. Mr. Short, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
Yeah, my name's John Short.
I thought that we had already. Ms. Phelps, the court did receive your motion to adjourn. I thought we already provided a new date. I thought we already had adjourned the date till August 18th.
So, Your Honor, August 18th was the adjourn date that we received at the last preliminary exam date where I had not received all of the discovery. And the 18th is, I will be at a training that whole week. So I was trying to get it adjusted so that I can make sure I'm the one with Mr. Short at his exam. And I just was having difficulty getting a stipulation signed, so we put it on the calendar so that we can discuss this with the prosecutor.
Ms. Moore, does your office have some objection to an adjournment?
No, Your Honor, we certainly do not. Any issue or confusion on behalf of my office, I do apologize for defense counsel and requiring another date. Any Wednesday with which we have a prosecutor present, it works for us.
Live exam for Mr. Short will be September the 22nd, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. That's back with me, which Mary Ann then gives us 8:18 at 12:30 used for somebody else. So Mr. Short on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m.
Great, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
Not on this file.
Nothing from the people.
Is discovery now complete in this matter, Ms. Phelps?
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I do have.
Mr. Short, you're free to go.
Sorry.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
The gentleman in Division 2 with the glasses on, your name?
Good morning, Judge. This is Mr. Gary Huddleston. We also have a Mr. Sergio Ballou at our jail. If you need them to be switched out, I could switch them out.
And Judge,
Mr. Huddleston can,
Mr. Tetters got kicked out of the breakout room with me, so I do need to go back into a breakout room with him.
it looks like he's still in. Marianne will take care of that. Marianne, could you get them back together, please?
Thank you.
Mr. Vincent, is your client with you by chance?
Yes. He's out in the waiting room.
If you grab him, I will call your case.
We are grabbing right now.
Thank you.
And good
While
morning.
you're doing that, Mr. Coward is back. Ms. Belcher, was that enough time with Mr. Coward?
Yes, Judge, he did have to sign off so that he could utilize his phone to send me the receipts for the boating class, but I have viewed those on my cell phone.
We're back on the record in 21D701479SM, State of Michigan versus Angelo Thomas Coward. Your appearances are already noted. How are we proceeding in this matter?
Good morning again, Your Honor. It's my understanding, having just heard what defense counsel said, knowing that she spoke with the defendant in this case, that he has shown proof of a boater safety class. At this time, people move to dismiss.
No objection.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
This matter will be dismissed. Mr. Coward, thank you for your patience today. This matter is resolved. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you too. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Judge.
This is 210469 SD, State of Michigan versus Donald Jerome Freeman Jr.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Vincent on behalf of Donald Freeman, who is sitting right next to me with his mom. Say good morning to the judge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge.
Thank you. This matter is scheduled for arraignment and pretrial today. Mr. Vincent, for purposes of arraignment, what do you say?
He stands mute, Your Honor.
And for purposes of pretrial?
We're going to need some time, Your Honor. We have no discovery at all. I retained, I think, 2 days ago on this case. So it's going to take a while to get the discovery, and I would hope we would have videotapes besides the police report.
Your Honor, the paper discovery is ready to send. I will have that over to defense counsel promptly. I did just look up his email address and I can get that to him in the next few minutes. We also placed a call out to the officer in charge to request additional discovery.
So should we put this matter over 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, Your Honor.
That works for the people.
3 weeks will put you. 3 weeks will put you on July the 28th, 2021 at 9 a.m. And that will be with Judge Green. For the purposes of bond, what do you say, Mr. Vincent?
Mr. Freeman has lived in the Ypsilanti area his entire life. I known his grandmother since I was a young police officer in Ypsilanti. She was the clerk for Judge Shea for the entire time he sat on the bench. I've known the family forever. He's not going to go anywhere. He has now taken himself, he's going to AA, Alcohol Anonymous. He's been there at least 6 meetings already since we met, and before that. And he is being tested by U.S. Department of Transportation alcohol testing. And I think the best thing he's got going for him, he's got his, let's put it this way, his mom and grandma will take corrective actions if he even looks at alcohol. Is that right, Mr. Freeman?
Yes, sir.
Mom, is that right?
Mr. Vincent,
Yes.
bond will be set at $5,000 personal. Your clients to refrain from any drug or alcohol use during the pendency of this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Vincent?
No, Your Honor, and thank you for calling us first. Appreciate it.
No worries. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Farkas, was that sufficient time with Mr. Tetters?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Are you ready to proceed, or do you need to speak to Madam Prosecutor?
I'm ready, Judge. I'm just asking for another PCC date for Mr. Rather.
This is 210537 FY, State of Michigan versus William Tetters. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227, appearing on behalf of Mr. Tetters, and I'm standing in for counsel record Timothy Rather.
Mr. Tetters, would you state your name for the court, please?
William Tetters.
And Ms. Farkas, how long of an adjournment were you looking for? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Judge, I was asking for 2 weeks if we can set it on the 21st.
The PCC for Mr. Tetters will be adjourned to July the 21st, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. and that will be with Judge Oakley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else in this matter on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Tetters, you're all set. You have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Ms. Farkas, you needed to go in with another defendant.
Huddleston, please. He's at Division 2.
Marianne, if you would facilitate that, I'd appreciate it.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Okay, I'm checking in on Elijah Pearl, who is just joining us on video.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Collins, did you need to speak to your client?
Your Honor, I just had a brief conversation with him, but we're going to be, I think this is our PCC. We're going to be asking for a waiver on our exam.
This is 201476 FY, State of Michigan versus Elijah Pearl. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And good morning, Your Honor. Harold Collins, P56805, on behalf of Mr. Elijah Pearl, who is present on the Zoom screen. Mr. Pearl, please state your name for the record. He is connecting to audio. State your name for the record, sir.
Elijah Pearl.
Your Honor, I have talked to Mr. Pearl about his opportunity by statute to hold an exam in this matter. He understands that right and the standard by which the prosecutor would have to show probable cause, and he has decided to waive that right.
Mr. Pearl, you heard Mr. Collins just now?
Yes.
And sir, you understand you have a right to have a preliminary examination in this matter?
Yes.
You understand that the prosecutor would have to prove that both a crime had been committed and that probable cause exists to believe that you were involved in the commission of the crime.
Yes.
And your attorney has now indicated to the court that you wish to waive your right to have that exam. Is that accurate?
Yes.
You understand that if the exam is waived, you will be bound over as previously charged to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice.
What does that mean exactly?
You'll be bound over. The matter will be transferred to circuit court.
Okay, yes, I understand.
And sir, you're waiving your right freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to waive?
no,
Thank you. Satisfied, Madam Prosecutor?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Collins, in as much as you and your client appear virtually, there is not a signed waiver in the file. Do you authorize the court to sign the waiver on your behalf?
We do, Your Honor.
And on behalf of your client?
Mr. Pearl?
yes,
Thank you. The court has signed the waiver. Mr. Pearl will be bound over as previously charged. His next court date will be an arraignment on the information on July the 21st, 2021 at 9 a.m. Those time and date is subject to change, but for our purposes, that will be the date.
Yeah, I understand.
His previously entered bond with any conditions will continue. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Moore?
No, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Collins?
No, Your Honor.
The file will go downstairs to the clerk's office. Mr. Pearl, have a good day, sir.
thank you, you too.
You do have some other outstanding matters. You have payment plan and your next payment is due August the 8th, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Collins.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Ms. Farkas, you're back with Mr. Huddleston?
Yes, Judge.
Was that sufficient time or do you need to go back in with him?
Nope, I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
This is, yes, ma'am, 210518FY, State of Michigan versus Gary Wayne Huddleston Jr. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darianne Fortier on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227, appearing on behalf of Mr. Huddleston, who's present from the Wayne County Jail via Zoom. Mr. Huddleston, please state your name for the record.
My name's Gary Huddleston Jr. Thank you.
Thank you. This matter was scheduled for PCC this morning. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I'm asking for an adjourned PCC 2 weeks from today for the people to still provide discovery to the defense.
You need paper too, Ms. Farkas?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll send that right now.
The PCC will be adjourned to July the 21st, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. That will be with Judge Oakley. I'll make an indication that discovery is outstanding. Anything else in this matter on behalf of the people?
Nothing further on behalf of the people, Judge.
Anything further on behalf of Mr. Huddleston?
Yes, Judge. Your Honor, the court ordered a GPS tether condition for Mr. Huddleston. He has posted bond and has been waiting to get connected for a tether since last week. And due to the delay, Your Honor, I'd ask the court to remove the GPS tether condition. I do understand the charge in this case is stalking. However, Mr. Huddleston is a local to the area, would reappear for court. Additionally, Judge, I'd like to refer the court, which I'm sure is aware of, the Vera Institute report that was completed for the Wayne County Circuit Court with Judge Kenny overseeing the report, which found that the imposition of a tether actually does not improve public safety and is a detriment to individuals placed on the tether. So I'd ask the court to consider removing the tether condition so Mr. Huddleston could be immediately released from the Wayne County Jail.
Ms. Moore, your response?
Nope, Judge, it's Darian's case.
I'm sorry?
It's my
Darian,
case.
I'm sorry.
Judge, I am also familiar with what the report that Ms. Farkas is talking about. There is a caveat in that report that does discuss domestic violence as being an exception to the imposition of the tether. I would note that aggravated stalking, not only is this a stalking, but it's an aggravated stalking. There is a violation of a restraining order in this case. I think that does exhibit Mr. Huddleston's I would say at least partial inability to follow court orders. So I think a tether is absolutely appropriate and would ask that your honor does not change the bond conditions at this time.
Ms. Farkas, the court's going to deny your request to remove the tether requirement. It is GPS tether for location purposes. We'll leave that in place. I understand that he posted, I was advised of that this morning, but again, the tether requirement, it will remain in place. Other than that, anything else on behalf of Mr. Huddleston?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Huddleston, we're all set. Have a good day, sir.
Ms. Farkas, I did send the paper discovery on that case and your other case.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm going to stand in on a 10:30 Robert Wade for Jennifer Tink, so I'll be back at 10:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Burton Harris, I haven't seen your client this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I was trying to jump in for a second and tell you that he's still in the waiting room under.
Sir, I can't hear you that well.
I'll do that sometime. Better now?
That's better.
Okay. So my client he's still in the waiting room under Moto J2 phone.
I see, we see a Moto in the waiting room. We'll get him brought in, see.
Okay.
While we're waiting, there's still some jail people. Ms. Farkas?
Mr. Stamper was the last person I needed to speak to, Your Honor.
Mr. Stamper? Which one is Mr. Stamper? Okay, you're going to go into a breakout. Thank you. Mary Ann will move you into a breakout room. Division 1, Camera 1, in with Ms. Farkas.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Hall.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. My client is present with me.
Your client's present with you while we're waiting for somebody just connected with the Moto with some blinds closed behind you. I can't see your face.
My face?
Better. Yes. Your name, sir.
My name is Savon Knight.
This is 210192 FY, State of Michigan versus Savon Knight. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Morning again, Your Honor. Robert Burton Harris, P81843 with the Neighborhood Defender Services of Detroit on behalf of Mr. Savon Knight, who's present on Zoom and consent to this hearing being conducted on it.
State your name again for me, Mr. Knight.
Savon Knight.
Thank you. This matter was scheduled for an adjourned PCC today. How are we proceeding?
I have since received the full discovery and we're ready to set this matter for preliminary examination.
I'm sorry, did you say live examination?
I did not, but yes, we're requesting a live exam.
Thank you. Live exam date will be September the 22nd, 2021 at 2 p.m. That's back with me. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Burton here?
Just want to make sure that Mr. Knight heard that date and time.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, you have to be at the 34th District Court.
Okay.
All right, nothing further from me, Your Honor.
Thank you. The only other thing is that Mr. Knight has some outstanding matters with this court. He has a payment plan with the next payment due on the 9th of this month. Other than that, Mr. Knight, we're all set, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. You can log off.
You as well.
This is 201639 FY, State of Michigan versus Kevin Joseph Bonham. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Thank you, Cyril Hall, on behalf of the defendant, and the defendant is present at the table with me.
Oh, This matter was scheduled for adjourned PCC today. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I think this is the first PCC in this particular matter, although I stand to be corrected by whatever documentation you have, but I know this is my first time. In any event, Your Honor, we had requested a transcript from a preliminary examination that was conducted on May 5th of this year that involved a co-defendant in this case, wherein most of the charges were dismissed. And I would like to put the PCC out until we secure the transcript. And then I think I'm going to request a preliminary examination in person.
How far out are you looking to put the PCC? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I would assume, well, I would ask the court, how long do you think it'll take me to secure the transcript? I sent requests for it on June 25. And I just don't know what the time frame would be for someone to submit a transcript.
You sent the request to whom?
To the stenographer.
She is actually, I just received a note from the criminal department. She is not here right now. So the court can't get an estimate on when that transcript will be prepared. So let's just put it out for 3 weeks.
That would be fine.
And we'll see if in that time you're able to get an update. We'll adjourn the PCC out to 7/28/2021 at 9:15 a.m. And that will be with Judge Oakley. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Hall?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
We're all set. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you very much.
And I received note that I gave Ms. Farkas the wrong times on July 21st. She's already been advised that those correct times are 8:30 in the morning. Thank you, Heather.
Judge, may I?
Ms. Diallo. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is Nancy Richards. I just wanted to check in. I have Ms. Gibson.
Are you ready to proceed with Ms. Gibson?
I don't see the AG yet, unfortunately. Ms. Casperson, I don't know if she's in your waiting room.
I don't see her, but if you sit tight, we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Ms. Diallo, good morning. I called your name because I wasn't sure which client was yours.
So the court called me. My client is Mr. Baloo. And I just, so the court understands, I tried every Zoom number I had since 8:30 this morning. And it just said, host waiting to start, whatever, right? So I'm here. Thank you.
You're fine. Mr. Baloo?
And I believe my co-defendant, and good morning.
Morning, Attorney McWilliams here for Mr.
Put your hand up, Mr. Baloo.
Morning, Ms. Dalal. Sorry. How are you?
This was Baloo and Hall. Let me.
Well, my attorney was trying to talk to me.
Did either of you need to speak to your clients?
Not me, Judge. I think we have to be in person today at 11:30, if I'm reading this correctly. Am I right, Mr. McWilliams?
Would you say that once again? I'm sorry.
Are we supposed to be in Redford just later this morning or no?
No, it's the 13th.
Okay, well, good. I don't need to talk to him then, Judge.
This is 210369, State of Michigan versus Scott Allen Hall, and 210370 FY, State of Michigan versus Sergio Luis Baloo.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of people, P84724.
Judge, good morning to you and your staff. Lillian Diallo, P52036. On behalf of Mr. Baloo, Sergio Baloo, who is present via Zoom technology from the Wayne County Jail.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Attorney Paul McWilliams, P17565, Scott Allen Hall, who is on Zoom, and we appear with notice acquiescence to.
Mr. Baloo, state your name for me, please.
Sergio Baloo.
And Mr. Hall, state your name for me, please. Ms. Diallo, we have one outstanding matter before we begin the PCC. I've received a note that your client is continuing to refuse to be fingerprinted. Is that still the case?
You know, Ms. Diallo wouldn't know anything about that. This is the first I've heard of it. What do you mean? Mr. Baloo, if they have a warrant, you know, they can fingerprint him, I suppose, but I don't know what to tell the young man.
Thank you. I'm reading what's attached to the front of the file, and I'm hoping it's not still true. But in any event, today is the day and time set for these matters for PCC. Ms. Diallo, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I believe we are going to need to set this for an in-person, and Mr. McWilliams is going to be my co-counsel. I don't know if all the discovery has been tendered to everybody, because I know quite a bit of stuff right here. So I would ask Madam Prosecutor or Sir Prosecutor if they've tendered everything that their file has.
Your Honor, in response to the discovery request, I do have a note on both June 8th and June 22nd in my file that says that paper and digital have been sent to both defense attorneys.
I acknowledge it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Then these matters will be set for a live exam on September the 22nd, 2021 at 2:30 p.m.
Okay, wait,
the files
I'm sorry.
will remain with me. 22nd, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the time you're on?
9/22/2021 at 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have a live in-person circuit court matter that has been long set and is extremely important.
Mary Ann, if you would be so kind as to find our next date after September 22nd.
September 29th, starting at
September. I'm sorry.
Starting at noon.
September 29th at noon.
Just 1 second, Judge. I'm checking. So at noon? Oh, that's a Wednesday. It seems like a good day.
9:29.
Mr. McWilliams? Yes.
Noon.
9/29 at 12 p.m. Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's good.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No.
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Baloo?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you so much.
Anything else, Mr.
I'll talk to
McWilliams?
Mr. Baloo.
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
We're all set, everyone. Have a good day.
You as well. Good to see you in that position.
Good to
Take
see you,
care.
ma'am. I lost track of something. Range. Did we ever see the attorney for Mr. Range? Mr. Greenwood? No. Okay. Stamper? Ms. Farkas?
Yes.
Are you ready on Mr. Stamper?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 210535 FY, State of Michigan versus Jesse Dwayne Stamper.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227. Standing in for counsel of record Timothy Rather on behalf of Mr. Stamper, who's present from the Wayne County Jail via Zoom. Mr. Stamper, please state your name for the record.
Jesse Dwayne Stamper.
Thank you. This matter was scheduled for PCC today. How are we proceeding this morning?
Judge, due to Mr. Rather being unable to appear this morning, I'd ask the court to adjourn the PCC either a week or two.
We'll adjourn
I
it
would
for
like to
2
note-
weeks.
I do believe
I'm
that
sorry.
there is a third defendant in this case, Hunter Range, who is also present via Zoom. I don't know if we would like to handle his case at the same time or separately.
Separately, because Mr. Range is here and has been here, but his attorney's not here. I'm not gonna hold the jail up. When Mr. Range's attorney comes on, we'll put that matter over as well. You were looking to go over 2 weeks. We can go over to July the 21st, 2021. That will be at 8:30 a.m. with Judge Oakley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
July what?
Thank you, Judge.
July 21st, Mr. Stamper. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Stamper?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Stamper, we're all set. Wayne County, thank you so very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. This is 210183FY, State of Michigan versus Lavetta Gibson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexandria Casperson, Assistant Attorney General on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Services, Detroit by Nancy Richards, P68850, appearing on behalf of Ms. Gibson. And I apologize, Your Honor, my video is not working for some reason.
And Ms. Gibson, would you state your name for me, please?
Lavita Gibson.
Lavita, thank you, ma'am. Ms.
You're welcome.
Gibson. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I've discussed with Ms. Casperson, and I believe we might be able to resolve this before preliminary examination. We are asking for a 3-week adjournment to see if we can resolve the matter prior to the preliminary exam.
PCC, is that accurate, Ms. Casperson?
Yes, Your Honor.
PCC will be adjourned to July the 28th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. And that will be with Judge Green.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Gibson?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set, Ms. Gibson. We'll see you back on July the 28th at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh, Mr. O.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. I have not seen your client as of yet. We have no unidentified persons in our waiting room. Just letting you know, as soon as we see Ms. Black pop on, we'll get your matter called, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. This is 210488SM, State of Michigan versus Kenneth John Tesmer.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Thank you. And Mr. Tesmer, if you would unmute yourself and state your name for me, please.
Mute, okay. Kenneth John
Wonderful.
Tesmar.
Thank you. Today is a time set for the pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
I haven't talked to my attorney yet. I asked for a court-appointed attorney and no one has, I called a couple of times and they said when I got here, they were gonna give me one.
Your Honor, I'm happy
Ms.
to.
Belcher is here in a bit. I'm sorry, Ms. Belcher.
I was just going to say, I'm happy to speak with him. They just didn't notify me ahead of time.
Mr. Tasmer, you're going to see an invitation go into a breakout room with Ms. Belcher. There is an assault or assault and battery. That's the sole charge in this matter, Ms. Belcher.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna join
Thank you.
then.
Thank you, sir. Hill. Hello. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ms. Hill, what are you here for?
I'm the victim on a case from Watila Black.
Okay, that case has not been called yet. If you want to remute yourself and as soon as she appears, the case will be called, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mary Ann, I'm going to step off for a moment. I don't see if there's anybody in the waiting room now. Mr. Greenwood has been contacted.
Oh, that's good. Hi, Your Honor. I'd like to fire my attorney. Look, she's like, I don't care. Great. Joe.
Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Morning, Judge Martin.
Right here. Thank you so much. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you? Did you have a nice 4th
I am
of July?
wonderful. I
Me
did.
too.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Belcher, was that enough time with Mr. Tassmark?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just request a breakout room now with Miss Moore if she's the prosecutor on this file.
Yes, ma'am.
I am. Yes, thank you.
Mary Ann, I was worried there at 8:45, but things seem to have, I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm not going to jinx it. Good morning, Mr. Greenwood.
Oh, hello.
How are you? How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing? Hey, Judge. How you doing?
I'm good. The prosecutor just jumped off into a breakout room with someone else. Your client is here. Do you need to speak to him?
I need to speak to the prosecutor first and then my client. If I can have a quick break.
Okay. If this might change what you say, the companion case, I guess is what they were calling it, has been adjourned to 7/21 at 8:30 a.m.
Let's do that.
No.
Let me get a break. Let me get a breakout with Mr. Hunter.
Marianne, Mr.
With Mr. Range.
Mr.
I'm sorry,
Range?
with Mr. Range. Yes.
Mr. Range, you're going to see an invitation to join a breakout room with your attorney. See, Marianne, I said it out loud. Whew.
It appears Mr. Greenwood, oh, good, he just.
We're only on page 2 of 5.
I was thinking the same thing.
But see, we're once again in a lull in the action, and I can update you on the sunflowers that are now thriving.
Oh, because of the cages?
Under Farmer McGregor's care, yeah. The ones that were just stalks last Wednesday now have leaves on them.
Oh, there's hope. Oh, good.
The gladiolas have had a resurgence, and the lilies have now burst open, which I'm very excited about.
He must be so happy that there's finally some growth. He pulled those bunnies.
Well, the thing is that there's something digging around his cage, and so I'm guessing that there's going to be a reinforcement of the cage by the time I get home today. Ms. Belcher, was that enough time with Mr. Tessmer?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
This is 210488, back on the record with Ms. Moore, Ms. Belcher, and Mr. Tessmer. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, it's my understanding after speaking with my client, the complainant in this case is his son. It's been relayed to me that the son does not wish to proceed. Ms. Moore would like us to set this for a final pretrial to give her time to contact the son to confirm. That way, if she speaks with him and he doesn't wish to, the case can be dismissed. I would just ask that Mr. Tessmer confirm his son's phone number because Ms. Moore has been unable to make contact every time she's called. Mr. Tessmer, can you stop walking, sir, and unmute yourself and state your son's phone number, please?
Give me your phone number. 817-721-5170.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I had to go in the other room.
Thank you. I appreciate
Do you want 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Your Honor, I'm fine with whatever's easiest for Ms. Moore. I don't know how long she would like to have a window to try to make contact.
Your Honor, a 1 week adjournment would be fine, although I would ask for 2 weeks.
Please.
2 weeks preferred.
That's fine. 2 week adjournment, final, not adjournment, because it's actually final pretrial will be July the 21st, 2021 at 9:45 a.m. with Judge Oakley. I'm making a notation for Mr. Alexander Kenneth Tessmer to appear. Hopefully that'll give you some time to speak with him and get the matter potentially resolved.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Not on behalf of Mr. Tessmer, Your Honor.
Mr. Tesmeyer, we'll see you back here on the 21st.
Can I get a breakout room with my attorney real quick?
Mr.
Absolutely.
Tesler, is it
I
okay,
didn't
sir?
get a phone number or nothing.
I'll send it to you in the chat, sir. Is that okay?
Yeah. And like message or? I'm not good with technology. I'm not. This is the first time I use Zoom.
Your Honor, I would just ask for a breakout room then.
You can go back to, where were you before? Marianne will take care of it. Mr. Tesmeyer, you'll see an invitation to rejoin Ms. Belcher in a breakout room.
Thank you.
And Ms.
Your Honor.
Moore, Mr. Greenwood and Mr. Range are here. I did advise Mr. Greenwood that the companion matter had been put over to the 21st at 8:30. This is 210533 FY, State of Michigan versus Hunter David Range.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Greetings, Your Honor. Emmett Greenwood on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. And Mr. We lost Mr. Range.
He's coming back up.
Thank you. I got nervous. See, he's been here very patient this morning. Mr. Range, would you state your name again for me?
Hunter Range.
Thank you. Today's day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I got some discovery last night. I don't know if it's from this case. My electricity went out. So I'm in the process of downloading it. Madam Prosecutor, has it been sent to me? Can you tell?
Who defense counsel in this case was. We do have paper and digital uploaded, so we will have it out to you within the next 10 minutes.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
And
So
Ms.
in that case, Your Honor,
Ms. Moore,
I would just,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
I would
Mr.
just ask
Greenwood,
that we,
please proceed.
I would simply ask that we adjourn this to that 7/21 date. That's good for defense.
7:21 at 9:15 for Mr. Range. The thing is, Mr. Greenwood, because the other file is a jailer, those come on at like 8:30. So even
Okay,
though
we can
Mr. Range is scheduled for 9:15, you should plan on arriving a little earlier.
I can do 8:30. I can do 8:30. Okay, that's no problem. Thank you so much for your patience.
Nope, I got a message from the clerk. She'll put you at 8:45.
Okay.
Thank you, Heather. Mr. Range, 8:45 on the 21st.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Anything
thank you so
else
much,
on
Judge.
behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Mr.
And,
Greenwood?
and nothing. Nothing
Mr.
from
Range, I
defense, Your
would
Honor. Thank you so
remind
much.
you, Mr. Range, I would advise you that you have a pretrial in unrelated matters on the 19th, back with me at 9:40 in the morning.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Everyone have a good day.
Okay, you too. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Jay, will you tell me your number, bro?
Oh, I still don't see your client. I'm sorry, Mr. Range, were you saying? Ms. Phelps.
Good morning, Your Honor. I just have a couple of matters that are up for a preliminary exam this afternoon. And I was wondering if my intern could attend the exams with me.
Absolutely. What's your intern's name?
It's Shannon Haupt. It's H-A-U-P-T is the last name.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And then additionally, one of the clients for the exam this afternoon, LaMarcus Anderson Campbell, did have a family emergency in Ohio and is wondering if she can Zoom in for the exam.
Ms. Moore?
Your Honor, both the other APA, Alex Curry, and I have no problem with that as long as they're fully visible for an identification.
Absolutely.
So we are converting, I'm just make sure that the officers are aware. You said this is the Anderson Campbell matter?
Yes.
Is converting to a Zoom.
Your Honor, I would still, if it's okay, like to be present in the court for that. If she could just Zoom in, is that a possibility?
That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Great. Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor and Ms. Moore. We'll see you this afternoon.
Was that all you had?
That's it. Well, I have two this afternoon. I have Eric Thorpe also, but there's no issue.
I'm sorry, you were hanging around and you tried to let me know earlier and I got sidetracked by something shiny and glittery. So in the future, when you just need an administrative thing for the afternoon, you can chat Mary Ann and I would have released you sooner. My apologies. I thought
No
you were
worries.
here for another something this morning.
No worries at all. Thank you so much, Your Honor. We'll see you this afternoon.
See you this afternoon. Thank you. And Ms. Moore, I just received a message from the victim in one of the cases. She wants to talk to somebody
Do you know which
about,
case, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
Do you know which case?
It is, it's the Tila Black case. It's Ms. Hill. She's talked to the victim advocate, but I believe she wants to talk to someone else. And I'm saying it out loud because she sent it as a private chat. It shows up to me and I'm not going to even respond to it. I'm just putting it on the record. She can hear me. And you now know that she wants to speak to someone regarding the matter.
Thank you. Any chance I could be placed in a breakout room with her?
Absolutely. Mary Ann will put Ms. Hill and Ms. Moore into a breakout room.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, ma'am. Mr. O, still don't see your client. Mr. Bickert, good morning. Mr. Bowditch, you're not till 10 o'clock.
Correct, Your Honor. Now, Your Honor, with the court's permission, I'm going to log off for just a second and then come back.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Good morning, Ms. Smith.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Is your client with you by chance?
He is. He's just in the other room. I wasn't sure if I needed to talk to anybody beforehand before I bring him in.
Madam Prosecutor just stepped into a breakout room with someone else. Would you need to speak to her before the matter's called?
The reality is my partner is also going to be logging on any minute. We have both brothers. We have Daniel and William, I believe, and we're just going to be setting it for a prelim.
I'm bringing Mr. Oh, I'm thinking Mijas.
Yes, that's correct.
I just brought him in. I thought I saw. Yes.
Yeah, there he is. Well, he was there, but yes. So we're just looking
When the
for
prosecutor. Okay, when the prosecutor comes out, we'll get a date.
Okay.
Mary Ann, I think that might be a good time to use that August date.
Are you thinking August 18th? Is that the date?
I think so. That's the one that just freed up.
No, you're pretty booked August 18th.
As I said, we can't do August 18th or 19th. We'll be teaching.
Oh, that's fine.
You have a September 22nd at 2:30. That one freed up.
That's the date I'm going to use, but Well, somebody that we adjourned from that 12:30 on the 18th. I'm not trying to cram it if we don't have to, but you're going to need to look out after September the 22nd because we're not even halfway through the morning, and I don't know who else is going to want an exam. I don't know how that sounds. That sounds crazy. Okay, what happened to the other attorney?
Mijas? He's there. He's coming in.
Yes.
He's getting in right
Oh,
there.
I see. Thank you. This is 210474FY, State of Michigan versus Daniel James Keller, and 210475FY, State of Michigan versus William Wayne Keller. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Smith on behalf of Daniel Keller.
My name is Jacob.
Morning, Your Honor. Harry Mijas on behalf of William Keller.
And Mr. Daniel Keller, if you would state your name for me, please.
Daniel James Keller.
And other Mr. Keller, state your name for me, please.
William Wayne Keller.
Thank you. These matters were scheduled for PCC this morning. Before the matters were called, there was some indication from defense counsel that live exam dates were being sought. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
The next available date is September the 22nd at 2:30 p.m.
That works for us, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
September.
Just to confirm
Is
that.
discovery complete?
At 2,
I'm sorry.
correct?
Correct. Is discovery complete in this matter?
I believe we got everything, Your Honor.
It's my understanding that paper and digital have been sent to both defense attorneys.
Okay. Anything else on behalf of the people, Ms. Moore?
Nothing else from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Smith?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Mijas?
No, Your Honor.
We will see everyone back here on September the 22nd at 2:30 p.m. for a live preliminary exam. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I be placed into another breakout room with A. Hill, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Jacob,
Yes, ma'am.
would you pronounce your last name for me, please?
Guidish.
Guidish?
Yep.
Thank you. This is 200350SM, State of Michigan versus Jacob Guidish, and 0S3672649ST. Would you state your full name for me, sir?
Jacob Walter Guidish.
Thank you. These matters were both scheduled for arraignment and pretrial this morning. Sir, it is alleged that on January 22nd, 2020, in the city of Romulus, you had an invalid certificate of insurance for a motor vehicle. This is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. There's also an allegation that on that same day, you operated an unregistered vehicle. Again, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $100 fine plus court costs. For the purposes of arraignment, were you looking to proceed on your own, or were you looking for the assistance of an attorney, the court-appointed attorney?
A court-appointed attorney.
Ms. Belcher is here. You're going to see an invitation to join her in a breakout room. I don't see offers in the file, and Ms. Moore is in with another defendant right now.
Your Honor, it does appear from my paperwork that the Trooper Campbell is on. I don't know if I could speak with her to see if there is anything she would be okay with offering.
Yeah,
I do
I'd be
see
willing
Trooper
to-
Campbell.
Your Honor, I would be willing to offer no proof of insurance and no proof of registration.
Mr. Geidish, you're going to see an invitation to join Ms. Belcher in the breakout room to discuss this matter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Trooper Campbell.
Yes, ma'am.
I hear a ruckus in the hallway.
Well, you know who that is.
I know who it is. Soon. Heather, soon is relative. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't know how we still have some 9 o'clock stragglers. Good morning, Mr. Adams.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Not wonderful, but fine. Fine, thank you.
Is your client with you by chance?
No, he isn't. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago, and I don't know that he'll be on much before the 10:15 time that we had, but I could give him another call and see if he can get on.
We just had a lull in the action. If your client were here, I would call the case. If he gets on closer to 10:15, that's fine.
Thank you very much. Let's see what I can do.
Thank you. Ms. Black is on. Mr. O, did you need to speak to your client? Mr. O? Ms. Belcher, was that sufficient time with Mr. Geidish?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
Recalling the matters of State of Michigan versus Geidish. Wait, I don't see. Ms. Moore is not.
We can wait, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. O, I was asking if you needed to speak with your client.
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I was on the record in a different courtroom.
I understand. Mr. O and Ms. Black will go into a breakout room.
Your Honor, I'm on that as well for the misdemeanor. I don't know if they would like me in the breakout room. I'm kind of just going to be tagging along with the felony for now.
Ms. Belcher, I can give you a call after me and Ms. Black speak.
Okay, thank you.
I need Ms. Moore back.
Your Honor, sorry, I had some issues with my speaker. Attorney Dan Mercer checking in on the William Keller case.
Hello?
I'm sorry, did you say William Keller?
That's correct.
He was just here with another attorney.
Oh, I've been retained out. Thank you.
This, just be sure, this is 210475.
I 21713-343.
William Wayne Keller.
Correct.
He was just here with Mr. Mijas.
I was court appointed. I just never received notification that he retained. Appreciate that, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Ms. Moore, we're back on, I'm sorry. This is Jacob Guidish. He had two matters. The trooper did make an offer to Ms. Belcher, who is here with Mr. Guidish.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, would you like me to state my appearance?
I've noted your appearance, that's fine.
Then whatever offer the
Ms. Belcher?
trooper provided to the defendant, the people stand by.
And Your Honor, I did have an
Thank
opportunity to speak with my client in the breakout room regarding that offer. He does wish to plead responsible to both the no proof of insurance and no proof of registration, and would be requesting a due date, Your Honor, in 30 days.
I'm sorry, Ms. Belcher, you were saying he will plead responsible to?
No proof of insurance and no proof of registration. I believe both offers that were made were reductions from misdemeanors to civil infractions. And for arraignment purposes, Your Honor, I apologize. We would waive the formal reading and stand me out.
You said something about 30 days is where you lost me.
Yes, he just wants a due date, Your Honor. He's not going to be requesting a payment plan. He's just starting a job.
Okay.
He would just request a due date, 30 days, Your Honor, on both of the fines.
Thank you. Mr. Gaddis, you were able to hear Ms. Belcher just now,
Yes, ma'am.
and you wish to accept the offer from the trooper to plead responsible to no proof of insurance and no proof of registration.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea of responsible, that you won't have a trial of any kind, you give all rights associated.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatening in any way, promised anything to get you plea responsible.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on January 22nd, 2020, in the city of Romulus, you had no proof of insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it also true that on that date in that location, you had no proof of registration?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Ms. Moore?
Yes, Your Honor, satisfied.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the amended charges of no proof of registration, no proof of insurance. The misdemeanor matters will be dismissed. Ms. Belcher, any comment as to fines in this matter?
Your Honor, as I stated, he just informed me that he's just starting work, so his funds right now are a little limited. We would just be requesting a payment date within the next 30 days so that he's able to get a few paychecks under his belt and pay off these fines.
Mr. Gaddis, you will be assessed a fine of $250 on each matter. Will you be able to pay that $500 total within 30 days?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make an indication in the file that the payment will be made on or before August 7th, 2021. Anything else in this matter on behalf of the people? I'm gonna take that as a no. Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, not on behalf of the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sorry, Judge, nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Gadish. You have a good, that's okay. Thank you, Mr. Gadish. Have a good day. Thank you for joining us, Trooper Campbell.
Thanks,
Yep.
ma'am.
Have a good one.
You too. Mr. O, were you ready with Ms. Black?
Yes, Judge, whenever the court is.
Thank you. This is 210443FY and 210155SM. State of Michigan versus Tila Black.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Harris,
Elizabeth Moore on
please.
behalf of the people, P84724.
Morning, Judge. Neighborhood Defender Service by Galeno, P83424, appearing on behalf of Ms. Tila Black, who's joining us via Zoom.
And good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher appearing on the file.
Ms. Black, would you state your name for me, please?
Tila Black.
Thank you. The felony matter was scheduled for PCC this morning, and the misdemeanor matter was scheduled for pretrial. Mr. O, how are we proceeding in the felony case?
Yes, Judge. I had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Black in the breakout room. Ms. Black indicated that she is returning private counsel. She spoke to Mr. Antonio Tuttles yesterday. We're asking for an adjourned PCC so Mr. Tuttles can file an appearance.
How long of an adjournment are you looking for? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I'll defer to Ms. Black.
3.
3.
Yes, ma'am.
The PCC will be adjourned. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. I didn't mean to speak over you. I was just going to inquire of Ms. Black if she's retaining counsel for the misdemeanor as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Belcher. Ms. Black, the court will make a notation in both files. The PCC will be adjourned to July the 28th, 2021 at 9:45 a.m. That will be with Judge Green. Ms. Black, did you actually sign the retainer agreement already with Mr. Tuttles?
I spoke to him yesterday, and I'm supposed to call him after I get out of court with you all.
I'm going to make an indication in the file that you've indicated that you are retaining attorney Antonio Tuttles in both matters. Ma'am, your previously entered bond with any of its conditions will continue until that July 28th date.
Your Honor, the people would like to address bond, if possible.
Absolutely, Ms. Moore.
Your Honor, I have spoken with the complainant in this case. She is present via Zoom today. We did have a rather in-depth discussion about the nature of this case and some contact violations that have been in place. It's my understanding that this date of offense started back in January of 2016 and goes through September of 2020. I'm not sure the actual date that this was charged. However, I do have information that the defendant has been calling the complainant, has gotten a hold of recent phone numbers, and is continuing to try and contact her. The last day of contact was April 18th. And also that the defendant has been coming over to her home, the complainant's home, and that the complainant has on multiple occasions noticed the defendant following her. I would like the no contact order to be addressed with the defendant, specifically as to what she is and is not allowed to do and potential consequences of violating that.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Could you put your whole face on the screen for me, please? Ma'am, there is a no contact order in both of these files. No contact means no contact. No
There hasn't
direct
been any contact.
Ma'am,
I'm
give me
sorry.
1 second. No direct contact, no contact through third persons, no contact through social media. Do not be where you know Ms. Hill is likely to be. Understood?
Understand.
Ma'am, what'll happen is you could be found in violation of your terms of bond, which could result in your bond being revoked and you spending the pendency of this matter in custody versus able to be out and about conducting your affairs, okay?
Okay.
And I'm sure when you meet with Mr. Tuttles, he'll reiterate that for you as well. The court can revoke your bond or amend the terms of your bond and make it very difficult for you to move around if you cannot abide by the conditions that have been set. Understood?
Yes.
Ms. Moore, satisfied?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Think we're all on the same page now. There is also an order for fingerprints in this matter. The court has signed that. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. O?
No, Judge, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. We're all set, Ms. Black. Please relate those dates to Mr. Tuttles. He will know to file his appearance and anything else that is necessary, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
This is 210513FD, State of Michigan versus Jose Arias. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Stephen Adams for Mr. Arias, P37724. Your Honor, I believe we're here for an arraignment, and
We are. Your client is here. Give me 1 second. Mr. Arias?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have video available?
I thought it was on. Huh? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, here I am.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Adams, my apologies. You were starting to say we are in fact here for arraignment.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We waive the reading of the complaint, stand mute, ask the court to schedule a PCC. I have a statement about bond when it's my turn.
It's your turn, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, we would ask the court to set a personal bond. This is a reauthorization of a case that was pending for about 82 days, during which time Mr. Arias was on a SoberLink machine with no violations whatsoever. He's a concrete construction worker, a union member. He's done that sort of work for 25 years. Born in Detroit, went to Southwestern High School, lives in Romulus within his a home that he owns with his girlfriend. And we would ask the court not to resume the SoberLink. He did almost 3 months without trouble. Had to pay over $300 plus all that transportation stuff to Dickerson, and we'd ask that not be continued.
Ms. Moore? You're muted, ma'am.
Sorry about that, Judge. At this time, the people leave it in the court's discretion.
Mr. Adams, your client's bond will be set at $5,000 personal. He is not to he's not to purchase, consume alcohol during the pendency of this matter.
Sorry.
The PCC, are you looking for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
2 or 3, whichever is better for the court.
2 weeks will put us at July the 21st, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. with Judge Oakley. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Adams?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Mr. Arias, we're all set. You can log off. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Thank you. Lindsay Love. Are you driving or are you the passenger?
I'm a passenger.
This is 0S3802601ST, State of Michigan versus Lindsay Sarah Love. State your full name for me, please.
Lindsay Sarah Love.
Ms. Love, today is the day and time set for arraignment and pretrial in this matter. It's alleged that on October 14, 2020, in Van Buren Township, you let an unlicensed minor operate a motor vehicle. Ma'am, this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fines of up to $500 plus court costs. For the purposes of arraignment, were you looking to proceed on your own this morning, or are you looking to use the court-appointed attorney?
I was looking to proceed on my own this morning.
For the purpose of arraignment, how would you like to proceed?
Not guilty.
Court will accept your plea of not guilty in this matter. Set your bond at $3,000 personal. And for purposes of pretrial?
Not guilty.
Ms. Love, I would suggest to you that we do have court-appointed attorney available. The court cannot force you to use their services, but they might be of assistance to you going forward. Your not guilty plea has been entered. Bond has been set. Pretrial will be set. For July 14th, 2021 at 10:15 a.m. And that will be with Judge Oakley. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Judge. I also don't believe I placed my name on the record, so Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Anything else, Ms. Love?
I would like to arrange a payment plan.
Ma'am, that's not the kind of case this is. It's a criminal case.
Okay.
Where you face the possibility of jail time. You'll come back to court on the 14th for pretrial. There will be a court-appointed attorney available at that time for you to discuss the matter with, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
See you back here on the 14th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Trooper.
Morning, Judge.
What are you here for, sir?
I am the court officer. I am working on a little bit of confusion. We are here on Poindexter. The OIC was not subpoenaed, but he was present in the courtroom. Sounds like he'll be logging back in here shortly, but we'll both be here.
Okay, thank you. Mary Ann. Where are we? Farrell, maybe? Good morning, Mr. Young. Morning.
Hello?
What are you here for, sir?
I'm here on behalf of Mr. Blank, Your Honor, if you're asking Attorney Young.
I was.
Okay, I thought it was.
Your Honor, the young man is my client.
You're here for Mr. Blank?
Yes, and I'm a little early. I just thought I'd stop in. I'm wrapping up in the 36th, so I just kind of wanted to test the water. I'm up for 11.
Go ahead and wrap up in 36.
Okay, Judge. Thank you. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Jerome Barney appearing on behalf of Lamar Williams. Mr. Williams is on the Zoom.
This is 201583 SM, State of Michigan versus Lamar Williams.
May it please his
Appearances again, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
May it please this honorable court, Jerome Barney, P 28321, representing Mr. Lamar Williams, who's on the Zoom, and we waive any defects that may occur as a result of his appearance on the Zoom. Mr. Williams, would you announce yourself to the court, please?
Morning, Your Honor. This is Lamar Williams.
We're here today for the adjourned pretrial. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I've identified some race gestate witnesses, but I have not had an opportunity to interview them. I'd like to adjourn this pretrial for another pretrial date.
I'm sorry, you'd like to adjourn the pretrial how far?
I just needed I need to interview several witnesses who are part of the race gestate.
Mr. Barney, my question to you is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
If we could get 3 weeks, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Three weeks will put us on July the 28th at 9:30 a.m. And that will be with Judge Green. Adjourn the pretrial to 7/28/2021 at 9:30 a.m. with Judge Green. Anything else in this matter on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
9:30 a.m.
Anything else, Mr. Barney?
No, Your Honor, 9:30 on the 28th.
Yes, sir, with Judge Green.
Judge Green, thank you.
The only outstanding thing we have, Mr. Williams has some outstanding matters with this court, including his failure to appear on some previously scheduled matters. You might want to have a conversation with him about how to resolve those issues.
I would have that conversation with him forthwith, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Barney. Have a good day.
You're welcome.
Have we seen Attorney St. Clair yet? No.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I was waiting quietly because I have a special prosecutor on this file, Jennifer Tink, and I don't see her name on the screen.
Mr. Sinclair, I'm standing in for Ms. Tink today.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms. Fortier. So I'm here. Mr. Wade is here. If the court is ready, we're ready to go.
This is 210490FY, State of Michigan versus Robert Lee Wade Jr. The matter is scheduled for arraignment in PCC this morning. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, standing in for attorney of record Jennifer Tink.
And good morning, Judge. I'm Christopher Sinclair, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Wade, who's present on the screen, and we consent to proceeding via Zoom.
Thank you. And Mr. Wade, state your full name for me, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Lee Wade, Jr.
Thank you. Mr. Sinclair, for the purposes of arraignment.
You stand mute, waive formal reading of the complaint, ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Thank you, sir. And for bond in this matter.
Judge, I'm asking for a personal bond. Mr. Wade was born in 1988. He has no priors, no felony priors or anything of that nature. He has 2 children. He has completed GED in 2016. He is working right now at a kind of a manufacturing facility. The actual charges that he's facing is nonviolent, no weapons, no drugs, no guns, anything of that nature. I'm retained counsel, so I'm confident that he'll appear at each and every court proceeding moving forward. He's been prompt at responding to any of my attempts to communicate with him, and I have, like I said, have every reason to believe that that will continue. I'm asking the court for a personal bond.
Judge, I am at a bit of a
Ms. Ford.
disadvantage as I'm standing in for the attorney of record. I don't actually have the file.
Right. I was kind of expecting Ms. Tink as well, but
Well, Mr. Sinclair, a little crazy right now.
no, I understand. I didn't mean anything negative.
The recommendation from law enforcement indicates that they do not object to personal bond in this matter. Bond will be set at 10,000 personal. There is an indication in the file that Mr. Wade needs to be fingerprinted and he is to have no contact with Sorrell Tolliver, S-O-R-E-L-L-E, Tolliver, T-O-L-I-V-E-R, and not to return to 15022 Knoll Way.
Okay. And Your Honor, just as a procedural question, does the court like email orders and then he goes to the local courthouse there to get fingerprinted, or what's this court's procedure for that?
The criminal clerk is on the Zoom right now. She'll tell me how she prefers to have orders submitted to her. But for purpose, while I'm waiting for a response from Heather regarding how she wants the order submitted, I've signed the order for fingerprints and asked for PCC in this matter.
Judge, I'm asking the court to set a PCC a few weeks out. I've submitted to the court a protective order. I had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Tink, I believe it was yesterday, and there is a Kids Talk video in this matter. I submitted that protective order for the court signature, and I'll be awaiting that signature and the actual video and some other discovery items that I requested. But I do have paper discovery.
Would 2 weeks be enough time or 4 weeks, sir?
I would say 4 weeks just to be on the safe side so she can gather all the information for me.
The PCC will be adjourned to August the 4th, 2021 at 9 a.m. And that will be with Judge Green. The clerk has advised that your client can go to Romulus Police Department to be fingerprinted and that she can email the fingerprint order to you to forward to Mr. Wade.
Okay, perfect. And I guess I'll put my email address in the chat.
That'd be great.
Also, is your email address on the bar website?
I believe so, but I'm putting it in the chat right now just if there's a challenge.
Thank you, sir. I see it. And then there was a misdemeanor matter 200654 Huron Township versus Robert Lee Wade. Mr. St. Clair, your client has one count of driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied.
Oh, well, I don't
Are
have
you
any.
prepared to?
No, Judge, I didn't have any information about that. Like right now, if the court could say that on the date of the probable cause conference, I can have the appropriate conversations and be ready to proceed on the probable cause conference date.
Actually, sir, the next date would be a pretrial. And for purposes of arraignment in that matter,
Stand mute, waive formal reading.
thank you, sir. Stand mute, waive formal reading.
Asking for a not guilty plea.
Set bond at 3,000 personal. The next available date for pretrial in this matter would be on August the 2nd, 2021 at 11 a.m. with Al Hemman. Anything else on behalf of the people? Don't know what happened to Ms. Foyer. Anything else on behalf of Mr. Wade?
I didn't hear who you said this matter will be in front of on the second, please.
Alan Hemman.
Okay. And I guess with an abundance of caution, is the court able to confirm receipt of the protective order that was faxed in
When was it faxed, sir?
yesterday?
A protective order in the Robert Lee Wade matter. I'm saying it out loud because the clerk is on. She's looking for it right now, sir.
Okay.
if you want to hang on for a second, as soon as I get a response from her, I'll let you know.
Okay, no problem.
This is Mr. Kelsey. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let me dispose of one thin file and then I'll get to your file.
Certainly, Your Honor.
This is 20VB01156 A and B. These are State of Michigan versus Billy James Farrell. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of Mr. Farrell.
State your name for me, please, Mr. Farrell. Thank you.
Billy James Farrell.
Thank you, sir. Today is the day and time set for pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I would need a breakout room with Mr. Farrell and then with Ms. Moore, if I could.
Mary Ann will send you an invitation to join Mr. Bowditch and Mr. Farrell in the breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next up is 210101FT. This is State of Michigan versus Stephen James Poindexter. I'm sorry, Stephen Charles Poindexter.
Good morning, Your Honor. George Kelsey representing the defendant, Mr. Poindexter. My bar number is P15855. Mr. Poindexter should be on this call.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want me to proceed, Your Honor?
I am looking for the prosecutor. Ms. Moore, this is Poindexter matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And Mr. Kelsey, before you begin, Mr. Sinclair, they've confirmed receipt of the order. They're bringing it up to me to sign right now.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Kelsey.
And that'll be emailed with the other, the fingerprint order?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Mr. Kelsey, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. This is defendant's petition to dismiss the two charges against Mr. Poindexter for failure of prosecution to comply with discovery order. We've alleged that Mr. Poindexter was legally insane at the time of the incident due to mental illness, causing defendant Poindexter to lack substantial capacity either to appreciate the nature and quality of the wrongfulness of his conduct and or conform his conduct to the requirements of law. Mr. Poindexter, when he was 17, was diagnosed as having schizophrenia. Now, you've ordered a forensic exam to determine or to evaluate his criminal responsibility. I have the dash cam inside the car with Mr. Poindexter and the police officer. In reviewing the dash cam, it's obvious that there's something drastically wrong with Mr. Poindexter. In fact, the police officer reported to his station that Mr. Poindexter had his wires crossed. Now, this is what happened next, and this is what's missing from the chain of evidence that I want to give the forensic center. He was arrested and driven to the Detroit Detention Center. His arrest was on the 15th of February. He was in detention center for 2 days. He was not arraigned by the state police. Instead, some police officer, I believe the state police, filed a petition to have him committed to a mental hospital. He was then transported by ambulance with a state trooper. The prosecutor is not giving me his name, to a Detroit receiving hospital. There he was examined for 2 days, and they determined that he had schizophrenia, chronic mental illness with acute decompensation. They then involuntarily admitted him to Stonecrest Center, a mental hospital where he was there for 33 days. I have both medical reports that I give to Forensic Center, but what's missing is the petition. The police filed a petition. I don't know if they filed it with the probate court or they just filed it with the hospital. The petition is missing. I tried to get it from the Department of Corrections, who is over the Detroit Detention Center, and they don't have it. The hospitals don't have it. They just refer to the petition. Now, what's missing is not only the petition, the name of the trooper that accompanied him to the hospital, but certainly there was some evidence or reasoning for the petition to be filed by the police department. Certainly there's probably videos or at least written reports of their conclusion that he had to be admitted to the mental hospital. Now, I need those reports to have a continuous chain of events from his arrest in the police car, which is all on video, to when he admitted to the hospital. That's what's missing. I can't find it. I tried. I believe the prosecution is a state prosecutor. I believe they have an obligation to get this evidence. I think it's going to be exculpatory, and they just don't get it. They just won't do it. So my petition is their failure to obtain the statements and the petition, the names of the police officer, is a violation of my client's due process and a violation of the court order. I'm asking the court to dismiss the case. I did file a brief, Your Honor. I'm not sure if the court saw it.
I received your brief, Mr. Kelsey, and I read it in its entirety along with the attachments. Ms. Moore, your response.
Yes, Your Honor. I do want to note for the record that I am taking this case over from a fellow prosecutor, APA Jane Gillis, who has been the primary prosecutor handling this case. It is my understanding that this issue was raised back in May, that defense counsel indicated that the defendant had been taken to the hospital and that there may be a petition. I will say that APA Gillis indicated at the time that she was not sure where this petition was, how to get a hold of that. She indicated that she would make efforts to obtain it if it exists. I do not believe that she was able to get that petition. I do believe that we have Trooper Cross on Zoom today, at least from what I can see. I know he was named here. We can certainly ask him if he was the individual who transported the defendant to the hospital. However, absent having the information, like if we had that in our possession, we would hand that over to defense counsel, but the people have not been able to obtain it at this time.
Okay, Ms. Moore, unable to obtain. Mr. Kelsey, any response?
Well, there's no question there was a petition that's referenced in both hospital reports. I think they have an obligation. That's a very important document for the Forensic Center to review on why they had him admitted. It was involuntary. The family had nothing to do with it. I believe it's not an excuse that they can't find it, Your Honor. I would ask the court to continue and dismiss those two charges.
Judge, if I may, Trooper Graffinino, for the record.
I'm sorry.
If I may, I hate to interrupt.
Trooper, I was just going to ask you to spell your name for the record.
Graffinino, Graffagino.
And sir, you wish to interject?
Yes, Judge. I am the court officer for the Metro South Post. I was the troop that responded to the Detroit Detention Center in that date of question in order to transport Mr. Poindexter to the 34th District Court with a means to get him arraigned. I was the troop that rode into the back of the ambulance to Detroit Receiving Hospital, where he was petitioned. Upon my request to the psychiatric units, supervisor for a copy of that petition, it was then brought to my attention that that was not according to a hospital policy and that they would not provide a copy. So he was taken to Detroit Receiving Hospital. That's where he was properly petitioned. I myself completed the petition according to the facts that transpired that day at the Detroit Detention Center, where multiple officers had to subdue Mr. Poindexter in order to try to get him into my custody to take him over to Romulus. And I did complete a supplemental report on that.
Mr. Kelsey?
Well, Your Honor, I don't think that he said that he had facts from officers at Detroit Detention Center. What were those facts? Were they written down? Did he interview these people? Who are they? Because I got to believe if he's basing the petition, first of all, did he prepare the petition? I'm not sure that he did. I didn't quite get that from him. Somebody prepared a written petition, and I think the facts that underline the petition that he says he relied on officers at the Detroit Detention Center. We need to know who they are, what facts there were, and I mean, this is his defense in this case, and I think the Forensic Center needs to know who these people are and have the facts. And did the officer keep a copy of the petition? Somebody prepared it, and I got to believe there's a copy.
Judge, as I stated, it was prepared, I can assure you. At least at the very minimum, there is going to be information provided on that incident at that day and time at the location of the Detroit Detention Center. Now, like I said, there is a petition, whether that needs to be obtained from Detroit Receiving Hospital, whether MDOC completed reports on that date of question with the incident, and whether there is further information Mr. Kelsey is requesting. Like I said, there is information on that date and time with that incident.
Which has not been supplied to me, Your Honor. I contacted Detroit Receiving. They do not have a copy of the petition. They have words out of the petition, which is obviously hearsay, but you know, he was in custody by the state police for 3 days until he was admitted in the hospital. That evidence is missing. I hear what he says, but the petition has evidence in it. Why? I mean, it took the state police decided to put him involuntary in a mental hospital. I would like to see what they base that on, not just they talked to somebody at the detention center. You know, there's reports had to be made on this before the Detroit Detention Center would release him. I mean, it's just incredible to me. There's not a copy of the report and names of people that at the detention center that the officer relied on.
State police would be happy to provide that information.
Well, I've asked for it back in May.
This is the first we've brought to the attention of it.
So. If you were able to resolve this by talking to each other, I'm presuming that it would already have been done. Mr. Kelsey, if I'm understanding you correctly, you have been unable to obtain a copy of the petition from the prosecutor's office. Madam Prosecutor has indicated it is not in her possession. The trooper has now indicated that he can provide information to you to get some of the information you're seeking. Would that be satisfactory?
Well, it depends on the information because I got to give it to the Forensic Center, Your Honor, and to my expert. You mentioned it, we weren't able to resolve this. I talked to the prosecutor, Jane Gillis, way at the beginning. She never looked at the tapes in the car, and all she said was, we don't reduce these cases. It's going to go to trial. That was the extent of our discussions. If the prosecutor looked at the tape in the police car, I would think there's no question that he was undergoing this acute schizophrenia and that he was mentally ill. You know, unfortunately, if he didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck. I maintain that in my brief, there was never an accident. The state trooper said he sideswiped the state police car going 5 miles an hour. But then the accident report says no damage to the police car, not a mark, not a scrape, nothing. There's no damage to his car. They say his bumper. His car has no damage. So I told him, don't drive the car until we have the preliminary exam or trial, because I want that as evidence. So he walks to work, and as luck would have it, this month he was struck by a car in an intersection going about 30 miles an hour. He has a closed head injury now. His knee was totally fractured. He just had operation on his knee. I'm not sure what the closed head injury is going to do with the forensic examination, but you know, he's not driving this car. He's walking to work. He's under court order to take his medication out of Washtenaw County. They monitor his injections for the schizophrenia and the psychotic medicine he's on. I mean, you know, when is enough enough? I just got to believe they haven't done a proper job obtaining evidence from me, Your Honor. And we'll be back here again when I don't get the names of the officers that were involved at Detroit Detention Center, nor their names, nor written statements. I can just see it again. So I'm asking the court to dismiss the case for them, for the prosecutor not timely getting us this information, Your Honor.
Ms. Moore, are you now assuming ownership of this file?
Your Honor, I am, yes, and now I am assuming ownership of this file. I do have APA Alex Curry, who has been in the room with me. He will be here next week with Jane Gillis. They will both be back in Romulus. I am asking if the court will so grant it, given the fact that discovery is an ongoing process and the fact that Trooper Graffinino is here today. I'm asking for a 1-week adjournment so that we can try and track down this additional information, or so that we can have the trooper get some information over to defense counsel and see if that is in fact sufficient.
Is 1 week going to be enough time?
I mean, if the court would allow for 2, I understand. However, considering that we're facing dismissal, I would do everything I could in the next week.
I'm sorry, I lost my scrap of paper with my. Heather, I lost the paper with the dates on it. Next week at 10:30, thank you. Okay, is 1 week, you said no, maybe not, 2 weeks. Mr. Kelsey, the court is going to deny your motion at this time. Set a PCC for 2 weeks from today, which will put us on July the 21st, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. And that will be with Judge Oakley. Going to make a notation that the prosecutor to produce, and whether that's Ms. Moore producing it or through the trooper, producing the names Mr. Kelsey, you're looking for the names of who was present during the transport?
I don't know. It was the trooper, Graffinino said he was there during the, oh, you mean the transport to the jail, Your Honor?
Yes.
That was the trooper in charge.
Sergeant Cross, who's currently in the Zoom, and I was the trooper in the back of the.
Thank you. I'm asking Mr. Kelsey, what is it that you are looking for to get you?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm looking for I'm looking for petition if they can find it. If not, what was in the petition and what information they had to rely on to file that petition for involuntary commitment. The names of the people and what he was doing at the jail. I got to believe there's reports on it, and I got to believe there's videos on it. But at a minimum, the name of the officers that told Mr. Graffinino, if I'm pronouncing the name right, that they wanted him out of there into the hospital. Because I got to show a continuous pattern from the time he was arrested until he was put in the hospital. And one other thing, Your Honor, you did sign an order for the forensic exam and 60 days for them to report back to you. We're probably going to run into a problem getting this done. We haven't even been examined yet, Your Honor. So I may need to ask you next week for an extension of that order for the forensic center. That order was filed on May 28th. I have one question, Your Honor. I should know this, but what's a PCC hearing?
Well, probable cause conference, but here's the thing. If we put it over to the 21st, that puts it with Judge Oakley. And I don't know that Judge Oakley will pick up in the middle of where we're leaving off. So Heather, it might make more sense to put them over with me on August 11th.
I prefer that, Your Honor. At 9:30?
Yeah, 9:30 is good on August 11th. If there's no point to have you pick up with Judge Oakley. Ms. Moore, August 11th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m.
Understood, Judge.
If Ms. Moore gives me the information that's sufficient, I will turn that over to the Forensic Center, and maybe we could have a report by August 11th.
Fingers crossed. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Kelsey?
No, Your Honor, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Trooper Cross and Graffinino.
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Heather, Mr. Poindexter, you're all set. You can log off. Heather, I think when I signed something, I stuck that sheet of paper to it. Now I'm all discombobulated. I think Ken took it. This is back on the record, 21VB01156 A and B, Billy James Farrell. Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, if I could have a breakout room with the prosecutor briefly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Heather, but I had it and I've had it all morning long, and as soon as you send up a new one, I'm gonna find the old one.
Your Honor, I didn't make it to the breakout room.
Mary Ann's opened them up. You should be seeing it here any second.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's breakout room 2.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Youngs, I see you're back. We just lost the prosecutor. Formal hearing.
I think she went into that breakout room that was being discussed.
She did, but you're scheduled for formal hearing?
Yes, at 11. I was scanning the screen. I don't see Officer Kane, but in any case, when Miss Moore becomes available, if I can have a chat with her. If that's who's handling my case.
That's fine. But we have some other matters too.
And I'm still, that's the waiting room on the 36 in the background there. So I'm juggling, but if I can.
That's fine. No, juggle that because there's a 9:45 case I need to call.
Okay, no rush.
Thank you. This is 0S3796454, State of Michigan versus Damon Harris.
Yes, Your Honor.
Damon Harris. Thank you. State your full name for me, sir.
Damon Anthony Harris. I'm trying to
Thank
be
you,
close to
Mr. Harris. We got in the weeds a little bit on the timing, but I know that you're scheduled this morning for arraignment and pretrial. Sir, it's alleged that on October 4, 2020, in the city of in Van Buren Township, you had no license or multiple license while you were operating a vehicle. Sir, this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fine of up to $500 plus court costs. For the purposes of today's arraignment, were you looking to proceed on your own, or are you looking for the assistance of counsel?
So I'm looking for a counsel, and if you appoint me counsel, can I get a breakout room though, so I can talk to
Yes.
counsel? Thank you.
Yes. You're going to see an invitation to join Ms. Belcher in the breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Batar is here.
No,
Leanne is here for him. Thank you. Ms. Moore,
Yes, Your Honor.
you're back from Mr. Boucher, Mr. Bowditch.
On the Billy Farrell matter. Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Yes. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Back on the record in the case ending 1156 A and B. I already have your appearances. This matter was scheduled for pre-trial. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the people are making an offer that defendant would like to accept. We will dismiss count 1 of the careless driving, but plead straight up to count 2, the registration plate violation.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Dismiss the careless and pleading to the registration or plate violation. Okay. Mr. Farrell, were you able to hear the attorneys just now?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And you understand there's an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to the registration or plate violation, that the careless driving will be dismissed,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you wish to accept that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty on the registration or plate violation, you won't have a trial of any kind in this matter. You give up the opportunity to see, cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor and present evidence on your own behalf.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you'll be entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, ma'am. Taking it on my
Are you
own.
pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that on May 26, 2021 in Van Buren Township, you committed a registration and or plate violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
That being an improper plate.
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Moore?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Farrell, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the registration and or plate violation, dismisses the careless driving. As to fines and costs in this matter, Mr. Bowditch, what say you?
Oh, Your Honor, Mr. Farrell is a Ford employee, has been for years. They have been out of service, I think because of the chip shortage. He is only now getting back to work. I believe he might want a payment plan in this matter.
Mr. Farrell, which plan are you at?
The, I'm sorry, Michigan Assembly Plant, Wayne Assembly Plant.
Okay. Sir, the court's going to assess a fine of $200, cost of $100, crime victims of $75, state costs of $50, and fund fee of $20. That's a total of $445.
Yes, Your
Is it
Honor.
accurate that you need more than 30 days to pay this amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you can either go online and submit a request for payments, or you can contact the court's collection department, okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And does your phone number end in 0411?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just wanted to confirm that. Okay. $445. Again, you can go on mi34thdistrictcourt.com and submit an electronic request for a payment plan. Anything
Okay.
else, Miss Moore?
Nothing else from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Moore.
Thank you, sir. You're all set. You have a good day.
Okay.
Ms. Belcher, you're back with Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
0S3796454ST. State of Michigan versus Damon Harris. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher, P80177 on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, please state your name for the judge.
Yes, Demond Anthony Harris.
Your Honor, as to the arraignment in
Thank
this
you.
matter, we would waive the formal reading and stand mute. At this time for the pretrial portion, Your Honor, we would be requesting an adjournment for 2 or 3 weeks. We believe this to be a case where someone else has used Mr. Harris's name, so we would like to obtain a discovery order so that we can get any and all digital evidence that may be able to help us in this situation.
Ms. Belcher, will you be the attorney for Mr. Harris?
Yes, I will be.
Okay, then I will send that over to you right now if it's on evidence.com.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
We adjourn the pretrial to July 21st, 2021 at 10 a.m. That would be with Judge Oakley. Bond is $3,000 personal. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I got another court date on the 21st of July. Is there any way we can do it for another date?
You have a court date in a different court?
Yes, ma'am. Out of Washington County.
We can go out to August 4th at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is that going to be with you?
Nope, that is with Judge Green.
I'm
Thank
sorry, what date was that, Judge?
August 4th
Thank you, I apologize.
that's back at 10 a.m. with Judge Green. Anything else, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Not on behalf of Mr. Harris. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, you have a good day. We'll see you back here in August.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. This is 1S3872052 A and B, State of Michigan versus Luis Rodriguez.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher standing in for the attorney of record, Daniel Bitar, on behalf of Mr. Luis Rodriguez. Sir, state your name for the judge.
How you doing? My name is Luis Rodriguez.
Thank you. These matters are scheduled for pre-trial today. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at the last time we were in front of the court, it was either a week or 2 ago, I stood in for Mr. Bitar at that time. I had a breakout conversation with Ms. Gillis and the 2 police officers involved. At the time, Ms. Gillis only had a ticket because that's how it was submitted to her office, but the officer in the breakout room did confirm that he prepared a report. That report was supposed to be sent to Ms. Gillis, who would forward it to Mr. Bitar. I confirmed with Mr. Bitar this morning that he has not received anything. Your Honor, quite frankly, the defense cannot proceed without discovery in this matter. I would be requesting a dismissal. I think it's unfair for Mr. Rodriguez to repeatedly come to court without the discovery.
Your Honor, regarding this discovery request, I do apologize. This is the first that I am hearing of it. Also, I myself do not have a file, so there seems to be something going on between when the officer submitted this report and warrant recommendation to the office, which I absolutely believe that he did, and actually getting the file to the prosecutor who handles this. I would ask for a 1-week adjournment so that we can obtain that and get it over to defense counsel as soon as possible. And given the nature that Mr. Bitar does not appear to be here himself and Ms. Belcher is standing in, I would ask for that adjournment.
And Your Honor, just as it relates to Mr. Bitar, because I stood in at the last hearing, because I was familiar with what happened in the breakout room, I set it for a date that I would be able to stand in for Mr. Bitar again. That is the reason for Mr. Bitar not appearing and why I was involved, because I was personally involved in the breakout room with Ms. Gillis and the troopers. And just so Ms. Moore is clear, it was submitted to your office on a ticket. The officer said in the breakout room that he had prepared a separate report, and Ms. Gillis was trying to get that report from the officer. So I don't believe it is in your file, but the trooper is well aware that this report needed to be turned over and has failed to do so.
Ms. Belcher, is the sole thing that you're missing a police report?
Your Honor, we don't have any discovery. The trooper, other than the ticket that has been prepared, this is an operating while intoxicated case, so I think the report is certainly relevant to the underlying conduct. I don't want to misspeak. I want to say that the officer confirmed that there was not any digital because of something to do with their system not retaining when they switch systems, but I believe that the paper report is the only thing that is available and is still outstanding.
Thank you, ma'am. I ask so that the notes in the file will be clear, because a 1-week adjournment puts you over to July the 14th at 10:45 a.m. and that will be with Judge Oakley, but I wanted to make a notation in the file that discovery is outstanding still. So when you raise it next week, and if the defense renews its request for dismissal, that it will be crystal clear to Judge Oakley what the issue is. July 14th, 10:45 a.m. Anything else, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you for that 1-week adjournment.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, and I would just state for Mr. Rodriguez that I am also on call again on the 14th, so I'm happy to assist, but I will let Mr. Bitar know about that date as well, okay?
No problem. So my next day would be July 14th at 10:45?
Correct, and if the discovery is not prepared at that time, we would be renewing your motion to dismiss.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, Your
Have a
Honor.
good day, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. This is X388443ST, State of Michigan versus Bernard Jonathan Quick.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
State your name, Mr. Quick.
Bernard J. Quick.
Thank you, sir. Today is the day and time scheduled for the pretrial on this matter. You were arraigned 1 week ago. How are we proceeding today?
Well, at the meeting that we had on the 30th, you scheduled this meeting for today. I asked that I be able to talk to the court-appointed attorney just for a few minutes before we start. Is that still possible?
Absolutely. Ms. Belcher is here. Mr. Quick, you will see an invitation to join Ms. Belcher in the breakout room.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Mr. Youngs, I now see Trooper Kane.
As do I, Judge.
What I don't see is your client.
I told him he's waiting for me to tell him to log in. I wanted to see if I could talk to the trooper or prosecutor before we get moving here. And I still haven't been able to wrap up my case in the 36th. Can I
If
get
you
a
want
minute?
to, if you want to try to sneak in with Miss Moore while you're waiting for 36, or
Yeah, if you want to put the trooper in there as well, or whatever they prefer.
Your Honor, may I would also like to speak with Trooper Kane just briefly before I speak to defense counsel.
Marianne will put Trooper Kane and Miss Moore into a breakout room. Thank you.
Okay, I'll hold off on joining. I have an invite.
Thank
I'll
you.
hold off.
Okay, if you can just give it 1 or 2 minutes, okay?
Will do, exactly. That
Thank
sounds great.
you.
Mr. Bowditch, are you back, or were you kicked out?
Your Honor,
You're muted. Oh, ma'am.
I had no one to meet in the breakout room, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I was put in the breakout room, but I didn't have anybody to meet in there.
Well,
Oh, you're joining Mr. Oh, I'm sorry.
this is Bernie
I'm sorry,
Quick.
Ms. Belcher. That's okay. Ms. Belcher, you were saying?
This is
I have
Bernie
the
Quick.
same issue, Your Honor. I went to a breakout room when nobody joined me.
How do we get?
Mr. Quick will join Ms.
Yes,
Belcher in
this
the
is Mr.
breakout
Quick.
room.
This is Mr. Quick. How do I join the breakout room? I'm ready to go.
You should have seen an invitation to join, or if you look at the breakout rooms on the bottom, you're supposed to be going into room number 4.
It says join. I touched join, but it doesn't do anything on the screen. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I want to
I'm
join.
not sure. I'm not sure either, Mr. Quick, because I see that you and Ms. Belcher are assigned to number 4. You know what? Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to send you somewhere else.
I mean, is it
You
all you
see
have
to-
to do is just push that join?
You should be able to, yes, sir. I lost that sheet of paper. It's making me crazy.
You lost it again.
No, I have it now. But I told you this morning when she gave me the little half sheet of paper, I knew I was in trouble. I should have stapled them all together. Mr. Quick and Ms. Belcher, you still aren't able to get in?
Your Honor, I have the request, but I'm waiting for Mr. Quick to make sure he gets in the breakout room.
At the bottom of the screen, do you see a button that says breakout rooms? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Thank you, Ms. Belcher. You know what? It is stuck in one of these files and it's gonna make me crazy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take much these days. Thank you. Trooper Watts. You're muted.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're running 2 shows a day through Omaha.
My goodness.
Mr. Bowditch, what are you here for?
Your Honor, I have 2 remaining. I have Mr. Najee Goodman and Mr. Ferraru.
You're here and they're not, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do next.
Mr. Goodman I talked to him earlier. He said he was here
I've been here
someplace.
since 8:15.
I did speak with Mr. Ferraru about 9:30, Your Honor, and he said that he was trying to accomplish this Zoom.
I'll be on the record for another 40 minutes or so. If you can get them, great. Oh, yeah, I'll do the KPSS closer to noon. So if you're able to get them on the phone, I'll get the matters called.
Your Honor, I apologize. I don't have any number for Mr. Ferraru.
Heather left us. Mr. Bowditch, I am sending you a message. The number that we have.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mary Ann?
Yes, ma'am.
We had the 10 o'clock curse and then it magically got better.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it got better, but you know, better's in the eye of the beer holder, so. And there's an attorney joining us whose name I do not recognize, which, yeah, whatever. But I'm just gonna keep entertaining Trooper Watts since we have no attorneys. Mr. Youngs, did you finish in 36?
No, but I'm got an offer. But I've struck a deal in this one that I'd like to avail myself of.
We're doing no deals this morning. We're fresh out of deals.
Oh, brother.
I haven't seen your client yet. Do you have his authority to proceed without him?
Absolutely. I've had a non-moving violation, which is what they've agreed to. They said they'll reduce it to impeding traffic. So if it meets with your approval, we'd like to take them up on that.
I was waving my hand so you could stop talking so I can call the case because I saw Ms. Moore coming back.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying to get off with you so you can get back over to 36. This is 1S3881275SI. This would be State of Michigan versus Dylan Michael Blank. Appearances, please.
Good morning.
Youngs on behalf of Mr. Blank.
And good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people. I do want to state for the record that Trooper Michael Kane is present on Zoom as well.
Thank you, ma'am. This matter was scheduled for a formal hearing on the sole count of failing to yield causing an accident. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, there's been an offer to dismiss the original charge if my client pleads to impeding traffic, and we'd like to take them up on it.
And Ms. Moore, before you rejoined us, I indicated to Mr. Youngs that I had not seen his client this morning. He indicated to the court that he has full authority to proceed without his client.
Given the nature of the circumstances on this, we would waive his presence if the court is so inclined.
Thank you. And Mr. Youngs, as to the impeding traffic, a court will accept the plea if responsible to impeding, dismiss the failure to yield. As to fines and costs in this matter, any comment?
No, Judge.
Total fines and costs in this matter will be $245. Can your client pay that within 30 days?
Yes.
$245 by August the 7th, 2021 to the impeding, the original charge of failing to yield being dismissed. Anything further, Ms. Moore?
No, Judge, nothing further. Thank you.
Anything further, Mr. Youngs?
All set, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day, and thank you, Trooper Kane, for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Belcher, was that sufficient time with Mr. Quick?
Your Honor, I did run out of time with him, but I think I've obtained enough information that I can now speak with Ms. Moore about this matter.
Ms. Moore and Ms. Belcher into the breakout. Thank you. And Mr. Bowditch, I see your client now.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ferraru has had a little trouble with his computer. He's getting
No,
on
he's
as
not.
we speak.
He's here.
All right, good. And Mr. Goodman,
Do you
Your
need
Honor.
to speak to him?
No, Your Honor, we know what we're going to do. And Mr. Goodman, Your Honor, is in a Zoom hearing at the 36th District Court, it's Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. He's finishing up that hearing downtown, and then he's going to join us.
Thank you.
Mr.
Gentleman
Goodman had
with
two
the
hearings.
black baseball cap on, your name, please, sir.
My name is Najee.
That's Mr. Goodman.
Thank you. Mr. Bowditch, do you need to speak to either of these gentlemen before we proceed?
No, Your Honor, we're ready.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, if you could mute yourself while you're moving around, I'd appreciate it greatly.
Excuse me?
I said, if you would mute yourself while you're moving around, I would appreciate it.
Oh, only reason I unmuted it so that way you can hear my voice. I just cut my video off.
Thank you. Ms. Belcher, Ms. Moore, was that sufficient time?
Yes, Your Honor, the people did make an offer for Mr. Quick. I'm happy to try to go back in a breakout room with him, or I can state it right now. And if he has questions, we can go in a breakout room. But it's an offer for impeding traffic, a 0-point civil infraction that would not go on your driving record.
Okay.
Would you want to speak with me about that, Mr. Quick, in the breakout room, or is it something you wish to take advantage of?
We can take advantage of it right here. Thank you.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Mr. Quick, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of impeding traffic, that you won't have a trial of any kind in this matter?
I don't want to have a trial, no, ma'am.
Okay, you understand that you would give up the right to see, cross-examine, and question any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
VPN.
I'm not sure what you said, Judge.
I said, sir, you understand the court accepts your plea in this matter, you'll give up the right to see and cross-examine any witnesses that the prosecution might put forth?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And you're giving this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead responsible to impeding traffic?
No, I have not.
Sir, is it true that on May 18th, 2021, in the city of Romulus, you impeded traffic contrary to law?
Well, evidently, that's what I'm charged with, but I didn't have any indication from any member of the law enforcement facility not to be on that road. There was no contact. I was just operating like there was an accident blocking the highway, and I was just avoiding the accident.
Mr. Quick, the judge doesn't need an explanation, sir. She just wants to know, is that true? It's a yes or no question.
What was the question again? That I was impeding traffic?
Is it true on the date?
Contrary to law, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, it was, I guess.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Satisfied, Ms. Moore?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Quick, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the added count of impeding traffic. We'll dismiss the refusal to obey traffic order, the original count 1 in this matter. As to fines and costs, the court will assess a total of $205, sir.
Okay.
Are you able to pay that within 30 days?
Yes, I am.
Anything else in this matter, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Not on behalf of Mr. Quick, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Quick, thank you so much for your patience this morning. $205 on or before August 7th, 2021. Sir, you can either bring that to the court, you can mail it to the court, or you can go online and pay it, okay?
Thank you very much, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
Attorney Carmen.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What are you here for, sir?
I'm standing in for Roger Cayley on behalf of Mr. Mann.
I was just getting ready to call that case because the trooper is here waiting ever so patiently. I have
Okay.
two other matters in front of you. If you would sit tight for 1 second. Is Mr. Mann with you or is he supposed to be logging in separately?
Your Honor, we gave him notice to log in. Told him the hearing was at 11. Like I said, I'm covering for Mr. Cayley, but it's our understanding he's been contacted and was told to log in.
Let me dispose of these other matters, okay?
Sure, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. This is 200033 SM, State of Michigan versus Valentine Faru.
Ready, Your Honor.
Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Ferraru. Your Honor, today's a date and time set for the final pretrial in this matter in which the complainant must appear.
Mr. Ferraru, state your name for me, please.
Valentine Avram Ferraro.
Thank you. There is a notation in the file from the last hearing that the victim was to appear today. Ms. Moore, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it is my understanding that the complainant has not appeared today. I was not the prosecutor who handled this case formally. However, I have every reason to believe that subpoenas were sent out. If the court is so inclined to grant a dismissal, I ask that it be without prejudice.
No objection, Your Honor.
Inasmuch as the complainant has failed to appear this morning on defendant's motion, the matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Anything further, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge.
Anything further in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Ferraro.
Thank you.
Have a good day,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Ferraro.
Thank you. You too. God bless you.
Thank you. This is 194532 SM, State of Michigan versus Najee Terrell Goodman.
Ready, Your Honor.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore on behalf of the people, P84724.
Mr. Goodman, state your name for me, please.
Najee. Did you hear me, Judge? Najee?
I heard you, sir. I'm just trying to look in the file. It appears that you were previously arraigned in this matter back on August 30th, 2019 with Judge Oakley. You thereafter failed to appear for duly scheduled pre-trials.
Yes.
Most recent one being May 5th, 2021 at 9 a.m. when you failed to appear. Warrant was issued. And we are here today.
Okay.
Sir, for the purposes of your pre-trial, were you intending to proceed on your own or were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney?
If this is a misdemeanor case.
Yes, Mr. Goodman, it's a misdemeanor assault or assault and battery arising from an incident in Romulus on October 15, 2019.
Well, I currently have a court-appointed lawyer, but I could represent myself, especially if it's a misdemeanor case.
Mr. Goodman, could you get still for one moment? Mr. Bowditch appears to have previously appeared with you in this matter. Were you looking to use a court-appointed attorney today?
I thought you just talked to Mr. I don't even know his name, man. The dude that was just on there, the white dude, man, that's my lawyer. But if I gotta represent myself, I just represent myself. Not like I'm about to do life in prison over no mis.
Your Honor, I would be more than happy to assist Mr. Ferraro today, or Mr. Goodman today.
Are you looking to speak to him in a breakout room or Ms. Moore, is there some offer you were looking to make?
It really ain't not.
Your Honor, all we're requesting is a final pretrial where the complaint
Mr.
must
Goodman,
appear.
no. No, I understand, sir, that you're in your car, but for us, this is still court. If you could refrain from smoking for like another minute or two.
I just got the video off.
No, sir, turn your video on for me, please. And just stop smoking for a moment. I'd appreciate it. Mr. Bowditch, what were you saying?
Your Honor, I have represented Mr. Goodman in the past. We have cases pending. I'm hoping I can represent him today. We're simply requesting a final pretrial where the complainant must appear.
I would be happy to do that if Mr. Goodman was able to follow the simple instruction that I've issued to him to please turn his video back on and refrain from smoking for the 1 or 2 minutes. Thank you, sir, that it will take us to conclude this matter. Mr. Bowditch, the court will schedule the matter for a final pretrial on 7/21/2021 at 10 a.m. with a notation that the complainant must appear. Anything else in this matter?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Nothing from the people, Judge.
We have we'll see you back here on the 21st, Mr. Goodman. Thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think that completes it for me.
It does, Mr. Bowditch. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Always a pleasure.
Oh.
Your Honor, may I be placed in a breakout room with the trooper?
Absolutely, Marianne will take care of that in just 1 second.
Thank you so much.
Marianne, while they are gone, we have (210467) State of Michigan versus Talisha Michelle Bass. The matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 8:45 a.m. It's now 11:39 a.m. Defendant has failed to appear. There are no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room. Habeas shall issue. There is 210019 SD, State of Michigan versus Mark Anthony Brown. Oh, nope.
Your Honor, that's my file.
I know, I said that's not true. I put it to the side. Sorry, Marianne. This is 0S37019113 State of Michigan versus Joshua Michael Gibbs. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9:15 a.m. It is now 11:41 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, habeas shall issue. This is 210471 State of Michigan versus Teronia Harris. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9:15 this morning. It is now 11:41 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, habeas shall issue. This is 210468 SD, State of Michigan versus Rachel Marie Laster. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9 o'clock. It's now 11:42 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, KBS shall enter. I see that you all are back. Give me 1 second, please. Ms. Moore, did you need to speak to Mr. Carmen?
Yes, please, Judge.
Please.
Marianne will get you into a breakout room.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. This is 210501 SM, State of Michigan versus Shay Bree Lynn. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 10:15. It is now 11:43 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, there being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, KPS shall issue. Trooper Matt, where exactly are you right now? Watts, I'm sorry, I'm making up names for you. You're muted, sir.
Okay, you mean fit? What do you mean? Where am I at?
It's not top secret. I said, where are you?
I'm in my car and I am at Outer Drive in Southfield.
Okay. Oh, Farmer Jack? It's not Farmer Jack anymore. What is it? I can't think of what that is.
You mean where I'm at?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm just on the side of the road on Southfield near Outer Drive.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I
Are
could.
you really back or were you kicked out?
We got kicked out.
Marianne will put you back in.
Thank you. Sorry.
This is 21. That's okay. 210350 SD, State of Michigan versus Haley Aaron Medina. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It's now 11:45 by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, KPS shall issue. Marianne, I'm getting nervous. We're creeping up on 12 o'clock. This is 210361 SM, State of Michigan versus Gerald Lewis Watha Tennille. This matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It is now 11:46 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, there being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, KPS shall issue.
got the new exam right here.
Awesome.
Uh-oh. Okay, Ms. Moore is having way too much fun. I don't know what's going on in your office.
I'm so sorry, Judge.
No, listen, we never apologize for laughter. Are you kidding me? Were you ready on man or were you kicked out again?
No, we are ready, except for the fact that I don't believe we have a defendant, unfortunately.
The defendant didn't appear. That never happens. What are you talking about?
Your Honor, I can't speak to personally what happens. I'm not going to try to mislead this court at all. I am covering for Mr. Cayley. Mr. Cayley's on vacation.
1S3860177SI, State of Michigan versus Jejeshwar Man. You were starting to say, Mr. Carmen?
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, Michael A. Carmen, P73824, standing in for Attorney of Record Roger Cayley. As I did say, I don't want to mislead this court in any way. I'm not sure why Mr. Mann hasn't called in. Mr. Cayley is on vacation, so he's not able to access him. We would ask that the court consider an adjournment to give him one more chance if Your Honor would be so kind.
Ms. Moore, what say you?
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Moore for the people. I do just want to state that I do have Michigan State Trooper Watts present. He has been here for a while. Past that, I leave it in the court's discretion.
Trooper Watts has been here for a while. He has been subject to my musings, which Ms. Moore knows that I am prone to do when we have downtime. But in any event, in all seriousness, Mr. Carmen, this matter was scheduled for 11:10 a.m. It's now 11:50 by the court's clock. The trooper has been here for quite some time. This hearing was set as a formal hearing at the defendant's demand. Based on his failure to appear, default will enter. He will be assessed a fine and cost of $150. If for some reason Mr. Cayley is able to present some extraordinary reason why his client was not here this morning, the court will reconsider it. But at this time, default for $150. Anything else this morning, Ms. Moore?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Carmen?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you for your time, and I can certainly appreciate the circumstances with the trooper being there. I prosecute myself, so I know how valuable their time is. So I do appreciate him showing up. And sorry for not utilizing the court's time well.
No worries, sir. And Trooper Watts, thank you for joining us this morning. Everyone have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Marianne, I think that's it for us until noon. Ms. Moore?
Yes, Judge?
I'm showing that's all we have. I've done the capiases that we had.
Judge, was Gerald Tennille a capias?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Bass, Gibbs, Harris, Laster, Lynn, Medina, and Tennille.
Thank you, Judge. I do believe Alan informed me that the 12 o'clock exam, if there is a 12 o'clock exam, is ready to go.
It's ready?
That is my understanding, Judge. I'm not sure if defense counsel is here yet, but I know the people are prepared.
Prosecutor's ready. Okay. We are still 8 minutes shy of noon, so we're going to go off the record for just a moment. If you see defense counsel and you're ready, I'm here. Just come into the courtroom, let the court officer know, and we'll get started as close to 12 o'clock as possible.
Understood, Judge. Thank you so much.